So I think what we can do, we can just try to recap a little bit on a reflex action and what is called a reflex arc. We said that a reflex arc is a path which is taken by what? By an impulse. From where? From a receptor in your skin to where? To your spinal cord. And then from your spinal cord, this impulse will travel to where? To your effector, so that an effector can bring about a response. So we talked about the components of a what? Of a reflex arc, whereby we said the components of a reflex arc are, number one, a receptor. So now here we have what? A skin of your finger. It has what? It has the pain receptors. So these pain receptors convert a pain, which is a stimulus, into a nerve impulse. So the nerve impulse will then be taken by a neuron, which is called what? A sensory neuron. So sensory neuron will take impulses to where? To the spinal cord. In the spinal cord there is an interneuron. From the interneuron, impulses will what? Will leave the spinal cord via what? Via the ventral root, being taken by a motor neuron, which will take impulses to where? To the effector. And then your effector is your muscle or your gland, which will do what? Which will respond to a stimulus. So the main function of these reflex arc is that it plays a role in protecting your body so that your body doesn't get harmed. From there, I want to quickly talk about the functions of the spinal cord. The first function of the spinal cord that one can talk about is that it is a seat of reflex actions, such as a knee jerk or the withdrawal of what? Of an arm from maybe a burning what? A burning stove. The other function of the spinal cord is that it serves as a pathway for impulses to reach the brain. And again, it serves as a pathway for impulses to reach what? To reach the effectors, which are our muscles as well as our glands. Let us talk about the disorders of the nervous system. There are two disorders of the nervous system that you need to know about. The first disorder of the nervous system is called the Alzheimer's disease. So now, Alzheimer's disease is that type of a disease whereby the nerve tissue appears to waste away. So symptoms of people or symptoms of a person who suffers from Alzheimer's disease are memory loss as well as lack of concentration. There is no cure to treat a patient who suffers from Alzheimer's disease. So another disorder of the nervous system is multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is the type of a disease whereby your own immune system attacks the myelin sheath. Remember, we said that the myelin sheath insulates an axon. It sees to it that the nerve impulses are not scattered around. They remain enclosed within an axon for faster transmission of what? Of impulses. So if the myelin sheath is destroyed, so one will get multiple sclerosis. So again, there is no cure for someone who suffers from multiple sclerosis. Last but not least, let us now talk about the effects of drugs on the nervous system. Drugs are not good. They do impact negatively upon your nervous system. They can make you to be ill. So if you don't get any treatment, you might end up dying. Drugs are not good because they make one to be dependent on them. So now there are a number of drugs that we need to talk about or to study about in our syllabus. The first one is dagga. So now how does dagga affect the nervous system? It affects the part of the brain that control emotions, memory, and judgment. The second drug that affects the nervous system is heroin. Heroin can cause your breathing rate to be reduced. One can suffer from suffocation. And then the other drug is ecstasy. It causes memory loss, paranoia, anxiety, confusion, and one has a problem in concentration. The last one is tic. So tic causes memory loss, mood swings, cold chills, and one can break out into sweat. Again, it causes the circulatory and the respiratory collapse. One can be in a coma, and death may result due to the use of this drug, which is called tic. We are done with what I wanted to share with you. But what I think I need to do before we can attempt to answer some exam questions, I just want to wrap up.